Hi, Ray Floro here again, along with Ben Duong. If you want a kick-ass massage therapist, Ben fixes me every week. I'm addicted to it. Anyway, so today I was going to do what happens if somebody closes in on you, or what happens if I want to close in on somebody, which is a very rare occurrence with me because a lot of our sparring, a lot of us, full contact sparring takes place at a long range. Because we always assume what we're carrying is a metal machete or a bladed weapon. Hence, from long range, once you get hit, once or twice, you're already hit. All right? Whereas with stick, it's a bit different. Usually sticks finish off in a closed-in scenario. So I'm always asked what happens if your opponent closes in, or what happens if I want to close in. So that's what we'll cover today. I try to keep it very simple. The main technique I use is the roof block. Now I've modified it a bit because a lot of the traditional way you do it opens you up to a lot of counters, and so the traditional roof block is usually here, okay, this way. Notice how it's angled downwards and your arm is up like that. So if you go up like this, Ben, just like that, just go here for the camera. Okay, so that's a traditional roof block. Now with there, that's where the block is. But people who roof block like that against me, I know that they're going to do that. So what I usually do from there, I turn it so I hit their hands. I turn it to hit their forearms. I turn it to hit their elbows. Or even better from here, I turn it to hit the body. I can go here, or I can go here. Usually here because it's just more exposed. And it's this exposure that I don't like. So, thanks. So what I've done is, rather than do the roof block like this, I do my roof block like this. So it's actually tilted the other way. So as the strike comes in, I do the block like that. So just move back a bit. So just strike at me. Good, and follow through. Good again. Harder, again. Harder, again. Harder, again. Even harder, harder, harder. See, from a long range, this doesn't collapse because what I'm doing, I'm making contact right here, which is my strongest point, whereas he's making contact up here, which is kind of his weakest point, and I keep it close to me. What I try not to do with the roof block is to reach out. Again, if I reach out, there are so many things that's open. So I try to do my roof block back here. And like how I explained it from the last video, as I do the roof block, I do a little bit of distancing with the elastic or the sway back. Or I step back wanting him to miss, and then I counter. So that was the last video. But this time, he's coming in, so if I step back, he's going to come and just going to step in. See, he's going to overpower me. So what to do? I deal with it in two ways. When I do this roof block, I have it angled here, or I have it horizontal. Never like this. So I do it two ways. I either do the roof block here, I do it horizontal. Now to engage somebody who's charging in with like the caveman strikes, doing it one-handed is no good because it's going to collapse it, because as he comes in, he will now be hitting me with the strong part of his blade rather than here, and if he's strong and big, it will collapse. So what I do, I supplement it with a non-weapon hand. Now, again, I do that two ways. The first way is, as I do the roof block, either this way or this way, the non-weapon hand comes up under like this. Notice how my wrists are together. Okay, it's not like that, or it's not like this. My wrists are together. So basically, this hand hides this. So the way I engage at first is this. My primary way of engaging is this. Now, as soon as I make contact, the non-weapon hand wipes down. Or what I want to do, I hook. I don't grab. All right. So from there, this is one. Now notice how I'm just parrying to the side, because that blade is lined up to me. I want to take it out of its line because I'm safe now. So even if my sword collapses, it's there. I only move the non-weapon hand, all right? I make contact first, then I do that. Remember, these are blades. If I mistime, if he comes down and I mistime it, he's gonna hit my flesh with his sharp blade. I don't want that. So what I do is I make sure that the blade strikes first to stop it, then I slide my hand down. All right? So 1, 2. Now as it's sliding down, I can do two things. All right? 1, 2. I can push it away, and then I've got my shot. From here, I can at least 1, 2, maybe 3 shots. That's all I need. Okay, from here, bam. Or I trap it where I hook my hand over. Now again, I don't grab, I hook my hand over. The way I hook is from here, the last 3 fingers now hooks around. What I try to do with the last 3 fingers, I try to touch my forearm. And now if I try to grab, the muscles just doesn't work. It tends to like straighten my hand. So what I want my wrist to be is really bent. Notice how that's really, really bent. That's what I want. Because once his arm is in there, you've got a lot of strength and it's very hard for him to disengage. Whereas if I grab it, it's actually a very weak grip. He can wrench his arm out. So what I do is I hook. Notice the thumb is along the side of my fingers, and this finger is actually pointed out. The thumb and the finger doesn't do anything. It's these last 3 fingers that does the hooking. If these 2 fingers, the thumb and the forefinger, engage, the muscles kind of is in opposition with each other. So as he comes in, just put my gloves on. Coronavirus, here, notice I've hooked there. Okay, just try to pull out. You won't be able to pull out. And the thing is, you're not going to try to keep him there forever. You just want it enough where you've got him, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 strikes. Remember, this is the blade. Okay, striking here, striking here. So this stops it. So you don't need to do that. All you need to do is there in front of your face. You don't even need to hold it up there. Just in front of your eyes or in front of your nose, come through. That's enough to stop it, you see. I don't need to go there. In fact, I can go even lower. I know it's close, but that's what you want. And from there, then that hooks. All right, so the first one is 1, 2, just pushing it away and keeping a check on it, and then you can hit. What I usually do is once I push it out, I then slide it to the upper arm. Okay, holding it here, it's too mobile. He can disengage there, so he can go here. So from there, yeah. See, hard for me to control, and he's got a wide range of motion with the lower arm. But you notice the upper arm. Now, I usually use this sometimes. It's just go on guard, just like this. If I want to charge in, okay. You notice from there. What I usually do is I usually go like this, and it's funny when you just go like this. Their immediate reaction is to go for the head. So you do that 100% of the time. Okay, so I come in, they go for the head, and I'm ready for that roof block. And then, see that? I push it in here. Okay. See, now he's off balance, he's turned. I can get a couple shots in. Okay, so slowly again. 1, 2, then slide 3. Okay, and as that is engaging, sliding, this is now hitting. So from here, 1, 2. Now the 2 is I'm actually hitting and I'm sliding here. Okay. Now if he's really sharp, I come through, bam, sliding in, and then he goes for the punch. See that hand there? If it's already there, then see how it parries that upper arm again, and now I've got him. Okay. And if you notice when I'm hitting, I'm not hitting like that. See my arms out there? Yeah, see, that's what he's going to do. A lot of people do that. Because I engage, well, and they go like this, see? Now it's 50-50 again. What I do is I engage, and you notice I don't extend my arm. I hit here, which is what you want, because you want to hit them with that part. You don't want to hit them with that part. Okay? So from there, there. Now, if he does try to block, guess what? I've got to just go try and block this. See, now he's just got blade. He's got blade. Okay. Or sometimes what I do is, from here, he knows I'm going to go high, so he blocks it, but then I go down to the kneecaps or the back of the leg. So from there, I kind of there, then I come back up. Okay. So, again, here, push, slowed up. Okay, you notice now I've got the dominance. If he does this, here, boom. If he punches, I can do that. Notice it's a parry. Or from here, if he punches, I can do this, which is what I like too. From there now, I've got that. Okay, it's just very simple. So from there, root block, check. If he counters, there, bonk style, and then you've got there. Now I've got this pushed in and trapped. Okay? That's when I just want to push. If he charges in, see, I can do that. Just on guard. If I want to charge in, see, I've got that too. Okay. Notice I missed the arm, but I keep pressure on. Now that checks his arm. Okay. What I did there is, as I came in, that I missed the arm, but it was there. If he comes back here, that's where the sword is. I've still got him trapped. Then I can keep it. Then I can change it over here. Okay. First method. Second method is now I'm hooking. So as he comes in, I engage again. Always engage first. You do have a few seconds because they're going to try to push it through. They always do that. So bam. What I do now is, again, this pushes out, but rather than forward, it curls in. Whereas the other one was here, I'm pushing out. Here, I'm curling in. So from there, I'm curling in. And you notice what I do is from here, I just do that 3-finger hook and I bring it close to me because that's where my strength is. I don't go out. Anything that's extended like that, for me, doesn't have strength. Anything that comes in has strength. So from there, 1, 2. Notice that it pulls him in off balance anyway. Then I can start doing that, all right? So 1, 2. Notice there's no thumb. A lot of people do this by instinct. They go here and they grab. See, it's this, you don't have control. Whereas here, it's just so easy. Whether you have no gloves, these type of gloves, or the big thick gloves that we wear for sparring, problem is these gloves, you just lose so much dexterity. So for you to try and hold or grab and things like that with these gloves, you can't do it. But hooking is very easy, even with these gloves. So they're just there. See, hooking is very easy with these gloves. Okay, that's why I like it. All right, so from there, engaging, hook, and bring it in. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. In reality, how it'll go is like, that's how that's how it'll go. And it's just easy, it's just so fast. So from there, that's all it is. Okay, again. Okay, that's all it is. Slowly. Boom. Bam. And if you go wide a bit, so if here and you go wide, it's still okay because now you're still pushing him in. Sorry, pulling him in. So from there, see, I can go here and then I pull it in, I've captured it. Or from here, if I can do it here, by the time he pulls out, I've gone where I want him to. Okay? And I find that trap really, really useful. Now, if he's on left, he's right. If he's left, I'm left. From there, same thing. See, now he's in an even terrible position because he's off balance. Okay? So again, See, there it is. Okay. Now, if it's machetes, okay. So from there, machete comes in. Again, see how my flat is blocking his edge. So if it's the first one here, there first again. So if it's the first one here, then I do that. Okay. So again, boom, there, pushing in. Okay. There. See, the edge is nowhere near me. Okay. From there. See. That's why I don't go here, because if he'll just pull it back, you see. Whereas I go there, if he pulls it back, see, I've got time. So I always go for the upper arm. That's that pushing. That's that going in. Or if he's just on guard, just go on guard. So I come in, see, that's where I do. Secondly is the capture from there, here, there. Notice, again, I'm safe. The edge doesn't hit me. So again, here, there. Okay, so again, here, there. Okay, here, there. On this side, the pressing in attack, boom, there. And even with that one, I don't use my thumb. I've got weak thumbs. I dislocate it easily, so I've learned not to use my thumbs. Okay, here, see, the capture. There. Okay, capture. There. Okay. So with this one, if you're on guard, I can charge in and capture as well. But notice, because he's close and tight in, it's hard for me to insert that. Hence, while charging in, I tend to just press it in like that. Okay. And you notice when I charge in, I don't go footwork. I just walk in. Okay. I don't use big steps. I can do little steps. I go little steps just in case as I come in, he changes direction. See, now I can adjust. Okay. So, 1, 2, 1, 2. As I say, my counter is usually there. But if he's pretty smart, my first initial strike is, instead of there, okay, I go here, right on the knees, right on the legs. Then I come up and do there. Get that initial shock there, because he can't defend that. Whereas if he keeps pressing forward and see he jams this, okay, if he's really smart, he'll do that. But if he's really smart and he tries to jam it, guess what, I'm here. And if he tries to punch in my face, guess what, I've got this. Now I'm back there. So learn to do here, pressing forward. If there's a counter, you do a bonks up. Okay. Or you grab here, if there's a counter, you do a bonks out again. And from here, that now goes there. You see? Don't just think this weapon. So as I come through, bam, bam, he punches, boom, here. Eye scratches, eye gouging, or even just pushing his face back. Because from here, bam, he punches, bam, bam, now I've got his neck. Okay, I've got the rest of his body. Okay. From here, as he comes in, as I go here, I then tuck this in and I go diagonally up. Then I go down. This one I really like, especially if the person is kind of hit and run. It's not the type of person where you can come in and trap because he's too fast for that. Or when you do this, he pulls back and now it's out again. It's like a person that I cannot control. I'll say this again. A person I can't control here. A person I can't control there. Okay, so he comes through, he goes back. This is now my follow-up. Okay, so what that looks like is from here, roof block, and usually they go down here. Roof block, usually they go down here. Roof block here, I do a diagonal uppercut. Okay, so from here, 1, 2. That clears both things. From here, down, that clears, that hits him in the body, and that hits him on the arm here. So basically, you're taking the body and the arm out straight away. Okay, so from there, down, body and arm, boom. And then from there, I come back here. Or, from there, I come back to the head. Okay, so just here, so you can see. So from there, boom, I come back here, and I come back there. Now, if he strikes, bam, then he punches, that upper thing takes him out again. So whatever he does, this diagonal upper will collect it. Now, what I do is from diagonal upper, I just keep going up and down. Notice diagonal, up and down. It's not like this. Okay? Doing that gives him a chance of coming in or jamming me here. Doing this, see, I'm open, jamming me here. But doing this, if he comes in, see, all he's going to see is blade. Okay? Now it's this way. It's not this way. So if I'm looking here, if I'm left-handed, it's this angle that I'm going up and down. It's not this one. I find that you can't get enough power or enough speed, or as much power, as much speed this way as compared to this way. So if you're right-handed, you're going to go here, you're going to go come this way. All right? Not this way. Now if you notice when I'm doing this, look at my feet, I'm doing this, see? It's kind of like a hook across, or an uppercut overhand, uppercut overhand. See, that's where your power lies. See? And you can really do it fast when you move your body with it. And sometimes what I do, I actually hold my wrists and I leave this loose and I go up and down. See? You can get a lot of speed and a lot of power out of this. And this way it helps you not to extend. Okay? So if we go back to the boxes. So from here, as I come in, there's my shots there. Okay, and you can get several shots in a small amount of time. So if I go here, and he starts moving back, see, I now just follow him. I walk into it. See? I walk into it, following him. And it's very hard for him to defend. And he can't jam me because it's nice and close. If he extends an arm, see, it's just going to get hit. It's just going to get hit. All right, so roof block, pressure, bam. Once I've done that, I don't really care what happens because this attack will just devastate him. Or I could go here, pull him, so this way, so camera. So from there, pull him, then I do this. Okay. In many ways I prefer that. I don't really like being here where he can counter. I'd rather be here, then I do this. Either or, it depends what you want done. I mean, if this was a law enforcement situation, he's got a stick, all I have is a stick, and he comes in, and, you know, I just want a bit of control, I can just do that, okay? I just rather hit them with a machete. Okay, so this is the up and down motion. Now the nice thing is, that combination there has its defenses as well. So for example, as I come in, roof block, push up, and I'm doing this now. Okay, just there. Now if I'm here, and then he strikes at me, okay, I'll just say punch. Okay, oh yeah, that, either this one or that one, okay? Then the upward will deal with that. So again, I'm here, see, just stay still. So from there, okay, just don't move, just, so I'm doing this. Now as I'm here, he counters, see, that upward is my block, like Freile. That upward is my block. Now just stay there. If I'm going here, then I'm down here and he punches, bam, again, I've chopped off a limb. Now if I'm going like this, bam, and I'm up here, then he counters, That's now, again, just doing that pattern, the downward strike, boom, well, defend yourself. If I'm here and I'm up here, then he strikes, bam, that comes in. Or if I'm here and up here and he strikes that way, I can go this way again. So it doesn't matter what angle his counter comes from or what angle his strikes come from. If I'm down here, it'll do. So if I'm down here, he strikes like that, see, I can deal with it later. Or if he strikes like that again, I can hit him there. If he strikes like that again, I can hit him here. If I'm down here, he strikes this way, guess what? I've got here. If he strikes again, that way, this way. Okay, so that's my option. Now if I'm here, and he strikes with that hand, that's mine. If he strikes this way, there. If he strikes this way upward, there. If he strikes this way upwards, this way, there. So that angle will deal with any angle. So you've got that option. I do this, then I do my diagonal pattern, okay? And then he pulls back, say, to a forehand strike, and my stick is there. What I can do is, from here, I can go back to there. So again, from here, down, he pulls back, strikes. Notice how from here, I can go back to the roof block. Here I can go back to the roof block. Here I can go back to the roof block. So here I can go back. See, it could be like you're doing this, and you're in the middle, and then you go, and then I can do that. Or here I just come down, I can go back up here. So it's really simple. You can either counter with striking upwards or striking down, and most angles can be dealt with this pattern. Or if you're in the midline somewhere, or if it depends where you are, the timing, the distance, from here you can go back to the roof block. And then you can go back to that pattern. See, this is a nice drill. Here. So as you come here, then there, comes back, boom. See, comes back, boom. Comes back, boom. Comes back. Okay? Very simple. These are my roof blocks. Now, what I love about this roof block is it covers basically from here to here. So if he strikes diagonal up, I've got that covered. If he goes straight down, I've got that covered with the same block. If he's diagonal here, I've got that covered with the same block. Diagonal this way, I've got that covered with the same block. Horizontal here, I've got that covered with the same block. So from here, from here, from here, from here, from here it's covered. The only one that's a bit dicey is straight here. So if he goes there, okay. What I do with that is I just step back, again slowly, and just boom, go straight down. Or step back, I go straight down. You can, if he goes like this, do this. So there's your roof block. If it's on this side, you can see, not moving the hands, you can engage it here, then transfer it over. So from here, engage it here, then transfer it over. So on this side, if it comes through, you can engage it here, then transfer it over. But it's a bit too, takes too long, a bit too messy. However, I've done it. It could be in the melee of things, suddenly he goes there, and I just go here, then I just transfer it over there, okay? Normally, if he comes through here, I just, bam, go straight there. Keeping it simple, okay? So, from here, boom, I can do it. From here, boom, I can hook it. This way, boom, I can press in. From here, boom, I can hook. From here, boom, I can press in. From here, boom, I can hook. Straight up, which we've done. Boom, I can press in. From here, boom, I can hook. From this side, see, there, or I can press in. Now I know that. What I'm looking for is an attack from this angle to this angle. Now when I want to do that entry, see, it depends, when I'm fighting him, depends on his character. A lot of times they're either be really defensive or really offensive or a good counter-attacker. So if he's defensive, what I'll do is I'll just walk in. Now you notice when I walk in, I'm not walking in on guard. I'll have my hands in position about stomach level, and I'll just walk in like this, keeping my head really open, just like this, even leaning my head forward. Because from here, he can't resist. He's going to go down for a head strike, boom. And from here to here is really fast. Takes split seconds. Okay, it doesn't take long for you to I have a theory. It's easier to raise to a block rather than go down for a block. It just works out that way. I've had sparring sessions, videotape, where just go really slow, where the slow there, and it will reach there, like from there it's slow, I'm still here. When just there, then the next frame is here. It's that fast. It's that fast. So usually I keep it there, bam, then I roast it. And I don't go to it straight, I don't go straight away, because then he'll change it. What I do, I remain here as long as possible till I engage. Don't give away your hand. So if he's defensive, I just go here, boom. That's all it is. Now, if he's offensive, I'm kind of like this, as he comes, that's easy. Okay, that's easy. Now, what I add with this, okay, a lot of styles, when they do the roof block, they do the triangle stepping. They step this way. Nothing wrong with that. But I find sometimes, especially when he's charging in, especially when he's fast, the fact that he's already charging in, then I step in, it kind of jams me up. And if I start, I clash with him. So what I do is, and we'll probably do a video specifically for this footwork, is rather than a diagonal step, what I do is I do a pivot. In fencing circles, it's called inquartata. Okay, so from, I guess, quarter two. That's what it is. It's not step, then turn. From here, there's no step, you just pivot. And there's different degrees, so you don't have to pivot like this, that's on a full 90 degrees. You can just pivot straight out of line. Because what happens is, just straighten your arm, just thrust at me. See, just there, see, you're already out of line, see? You're already out of the line. A lot of times, especially with knife, when he comes through in like this, I do that, okay? Or from here, bam. But if it's a head strike coming down, see, it's so easy, just from there. Sometimes you don't even need to do it. So as it comes through here, see, this is just a safety. And that's the best way, because you don't have the block slowing you down. You go straight into the counter attack from here, or boom, then come through. Now it works if he's left-handed or right on right. So if he does that too, as he comes in, boom, see, now he's really open. Okay. People look at my videos thinking, oh, you should have done it right-handed. Why? Just pretend I'm a mirror. What I choose in my techniques is it doesn't matter if I'm left or right-handed. It doesn't matter if my opponent's left or right-handed. It will always work. For example, with this pivot, it doesn't matter if he's left-hand. From there, I'll do the same thing. If he's right-hand, I'll do the same thing. This is why I don't like drills. Because being a left-hander, every drill that was invented is right on right. And I really hate it when I'm in seminars or when I'm in places where they're doing things and I say, oh, you got to use a right hand. I say, why? Why should I? And you don't know if your opponent's left-handed or right-handed anyway. So there it is. So with everything I've taught in the past videos, even now, how inconsequential whether you're left or right-handed, inconsequential whether he's left or right-handed. It will still work with exactly the same move. So what I like now is from here, well now see, I've got the pivot. Now that pivot can be 1, 2. So from there you can pivot 1, then the front foot re-steps. Okay, so from there, 1, and then you just step to establish your stance again. Okay, so again, 1, 2. Okay, it's just think of walking backwards. That's all it is. See, from there I'm walking backwards. but the back leg goes first. Okay, from there, 1, 2. Okay, from there, 1, 2. Okay. Now, it can be used for offense as well. Just go and go. So I'm coming in, and from there, boom. See? I'll step in as he strikes, and then I do the pivot. It doesn't have to be defensive. Where he comes in, and I do it, I could step in and boom. Then what you have to watch out for though is this: if you step here and he strikes, well, you can't pivot this way. It's always I'll have to pivot this way. So you just kind of got to time it where your lead leg hits the ground as he strikes. Then you can do that. If it's this leg, well, as he hits, then I probably do the diagonal step. There's nothing wrong with the diagonal step. But what I do, I go here, then I diagonal step. But you notice I still pivot in the end. Okay? So the pivot is this way. All right, so you've got your roof block that will deal from this angle up to this angle. You got here the check, here the check, here check, here check. You got here the latching. Okay? And you don't have to move, you can do it as is. Or, even better, if you pivot. All right, so that's this session. Thanks for watching. Thanks for buying. Any questions, just, I'm on Facebook under Raymond Floro with me and the dog. Or email me, rfloro, rfloro @loadednet.com.au. And thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
See ya.